What's up guys? We're here in South Korea, and in this video, we're going to show you the best places to visit in the country. So hope you enjoy it. South Korea is located in East Asia, on the southern half of the Korean Peninsula. The country packs a lot of diversity into a manageable size, mixing granite peaks, lush national parks, and serene coastlines. Thanks to a reliable public transportation system, it's easy to transition from megacities to traditional folk villages and ancient historical sites. This unique cultural heritage is complemented by a vibrant food scene and fun nightlife. We spent 3 weeks exploring South Korea, and in this video, we'll be sharing our top places to visit. At the end, we'll also share our travel itinerary and some tips for how to navigate the country. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Situated just 30 kilometers or 18.6 miles south of Seoul, Suwon is a historic city that feels far away from the hustle and bustle. The city's centerpiece is the UNESCO-listed Hwasong Fortress, a massive 18th century structure with walkable walls and tall gates. Within the fortress also lies a restored palace where the royal family once sought refuge while traveling or during times of war. Besides having a rich history, Suwon is also home to the Starfield Mall, which houses the newest and largest Starfield library. We visited Suwon as a day trip from Seoul. Busan is a dynamic coastal metropolis located on the southeastern tip of the country. It's South Korea's second largest city and its primary port. Known for its mix of urban life and natural beauty, the city is defined by its rugged mountains, sprawling beaches, and deep valleys. Highlights include visiting the Haedong Yeonggungsa Temple, riding the sky capsule at Haeundae Blue Line Park, exploring the colorful alleys of Gamcheon Culture Village, and hiking the scenic trails of Mount Bongne. The latter offers the best views in the entire city. For more details and things to do here, be sure to check out our full video all about Busan. The Korean Demilitarized Zone is a defining historical site and one of South Korea's most compelling destinations. Established by the 1953 Armistice Agreement, this 4-kilometer or 2.5-mile buffer strip was created to separate North and South Korea following the Korean War. Because of high security regulations, independent entry is strictly prohibited, and you can only explore this area through a licensed tour company. Most visitors opt for a day trip, which departs from the capital city of Seoul. And this is also what we did. A typical DMZ itinerary includes walking inside the 3rd infiltration tunnel, which is a covert passage dug by North Korea. There's also usually a visit to the Dora Observatory for a view across the border. But since the DMZ is an active military zone, filming and photography are restricted in most areas. Many tours also finish at the Red Suspension Bridge on their way back to Seoul. Located in the northwest along the Han River, Seoul is South Korea's vibrant capital. It's almost certainly your first stop, as the majority of international flights arrive at nearby Incheon Airport. This megacity is a fascinating study of contrasts, where futuristic skyscrapers tower over ancient history. The city's heritage shines in its grand royal palaces, specifically Gyeongbokgung and the UNESCO-listed Cheongdeokgung. Other than that, you can find serenity at Namsan Mountain, wander the traditional alleys of the Bukchon or Unpyeong Hanok villages, or hike the rugged granite peaks of Bukhansan National Park. Seoul is also a paradise for foodies. We especially loved the cafes of Iksundong and the food stalls of Gwangjang Market. You'll need at least 3 days to explore the city, and you can watch our Seoul video for the full guide. Situated off the southern coast of the Korean Peninsula, Jeju is South Korea's largest island. Formed by the now dormant Hallasan Mountain, the terrain is defined by rugged basalt rock and lush subtropical greenery. The island offers diverse natural attractions, from beautiful white sand beaches to cascading waterfalls and the geometric columns of the Jusongjoli Cliffs. However, our favorite place to visit was Songsan Ilchulbong. After hiking to the top of this iconic mountain, you can also witness a local haenyeo demonstration on the beach below. These sea women are professional divers, some well into their 80s, who plunge into the water without oxygen tanks to harvest shellfish. Check out our full Jeju video to learn more about this tradition. The island is mainly known for its beautiful nature, but if you're looking for something more cultural, we definitely recommend checking out the local market in Jeju City. Gyeongju is an intriguing historic city located on the southeastern coast of the country, just an hour north of Busan. As the ancient capital of the Shilla Kingdom, the city is saturated with over 1,000 years of heritage. You can wander through the beautiful Daerongun Tomb Complex, where grass-covered royal burial mounds rise like small hills, or explore the UNESCO-listed Bulguksa Temple, a masterpiece of Buddhist architecture. The city center itself is home to traditional Hanok buildings housing trendy boutiques and various eateries. For an unforgettable evening, the glowing Woljongyo Bridge and illuminated pavilions at Donggung Palace provide a magical atmosphere. While Gyeongju is easily accessible as a day tour from Busan, we highly recommend staying for a few days to truly soak in the city's timeless beauty and tranquil pace. Seoraksan National Park is our absolute favorite destination in South Korea. Located about 3 hours northeast of Seoul, near the coastal city of Sokcho, the park is home to jagged granite peaks, deep forested valleys, and crystal clear streams. It offers arguably the best hiking in the country. We conquered the Ulsanbawi Rock Trail, which is a demanding 7.2 kilometer or 4.5 mile trek. Most of the trail features a steady climb, followed by a strenuous ascent up cliffside stairways. From the summit, you'll be rewarded with the park's most spectacular views, with spiky rocks and the vast East Sea shimmering in the distance. For a slightly easier and shorter trail, hike to the To Wongsong Falls Observatory. This path led us through a beautiful canyon past numerous cascading waterfalls. After passing the Biryong Falls, the trail becomes a continuous staircase straight up the side of a cliff to the final viewpoint.
The waterfall is supposed to look like this when it's flowing, but unfortunately today it's dry.
Beyond trekking, the park offers a scenic cable car, historic temples, and many charming eateries to enjoy, which are perfect after a day on the trails. Traveling to South Korea requires digital and cultural preparation to navigate smoothly. Here are 3 things we learned from our trip around the country. Standard apps such as Google Maps don't work well for walking or driving directions in South Korea. This is apparently due to government data restrictions. You'll need Naver or Kakao Maps for accurate navigation for walking, bus, and subway systems. Both have English settings, but we personally preferred Naver Maps. Also, make sure you have Papago or Google Translate for translating menus. Papago is generally considered more accurate for Korean compared to Google Translate, but both worked fine for us. Finally, for hailing a taxi, use Kakao T or Uber. We used Uber ourselves, but Kakao T is a reliable backup if Uber has trouble connecting you to a driver. South Korea is extremely tech-forward and card-friendly, so you can use a Visa or MasterCard at almost any cafe or convenience store. However, cash is still mandatory for topping up your transit card at the machines inside subway stations, as well as at smaller street food stalls and traditional markets. Public transit in Korea is remarkably quiet, so keep your phone on silent and avoid loud conversations to respect the locals. This consideration for others is a core societal value. Additionally, always leave the priority seats at the ends of train cars empty for elderly, disabled, or pregnant passengers. Sitting in these reserved spots is considered highly disrespectful, even on a crowded train. If you're planning your own trip around the country, you might be interested to know how many days we recommend in each location. We included a few itineraries on the screen here. These include options for 10 days, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. If you have more time in South Korea or are looking for other destinations, here are a few places that we didn't mention but are also worth checking out. And to keep your trip organized, we recommend checking out our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We included other important links in the description as well, such as hiking routes, bookable tours, and accommodations. We'll catch you on the next adventure.